Well, we won't move very far from Finland. We'll just cross the Baltic Sea to Norway and hear from Nils Stenseth, who has a number of roles as President of the Norwegian Academy of Sciences and Letters, but also, as Stephen mentioned before, a major role internationally.
Thank you very much, Sir Peter. I'm very happy to be here at this very, very important meeting. These brief comments of mine will be structured into 3 points. First, I will remind us of the importance of science. Second, I will be telling about the science advising system, or lack of such, in Norway. And then I will end by some reflections and things we never should forget about. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I am Nils Stenseth, as was said. I'm by profession an evolutionary biologist, and it's fantastic to be an evolutionary biologist today. It's the century of biology. Lots of things are happening. We really can be on the forefront to benefit of humanity. I'm also the president of the Norwegian Academy of Science and Letters, as well as the president of the International Union of Biological Science. And it's in the second role I will be speaking here. First, let's remind ourselves about the importance of science, which we know, but which politicians, bureaucrats, and laymen often forget. All we touch upon in our daily life is a result of science, and this is increasingly so. Hence, politicians and decision makers, they need to be properly advised by our best scientists how to make decisions. They are the ones to make decisions, but we have to provide them with arguments and knowledge upon which they can make decisions. We scientists, we know a lot. They, the politicians, bureaucrats, and many others, don't know. They don't even know that we know. And they don't know that they need to know. Somehow, the scientific community need to convey this to them, not in a lobbying manner, but in a balanced advising role. Let's go to Norway. Norway don't have a chief science advisory position. In Norway, it is the Research Council of Norway, which is the only research council in the country, that is the formal advisor to the government, to the Ministry of Science and Education, as well as to the other ministries when it comes to science. That's the formal part of it. The Norwegian Academy of Science and Letters, and individuals within the scientific community provide informal scientific advice to the government. And we, in the Academy, we have started developing a mechanism for communicating science, providing knowledge on which politician and decision maker need to base their decision on. We are organizing dinners, closed dinners, no journalists, no one else but some academicians and politicians. Ministers are coming. We also organize for committees in the parliament, closed dinners where we can discuss without journalists present and provide knowledge. That has been functioning informally very well. Our own academy, the Norwegian Academy of Science and Letters, we are experiencing an increasing prestigious position in Norway. And this is thanks to us awarding 2 prizes, the Abel Prize in Mathematics, the Kavli Prizes in Nanoscience, astrophysics, and neuroscience. These are important international events. Ministers and politicians like to be present at dinners, at ceremonies, etc. We use, or I should say, I use very actively these occasions. It is a fantastic opportunity to make appointment with ministers and others at these events, and it functions very well that way. This is informal. I myself, and as part of my academy position, working for a position as chief, that we should have a position as chief science advisor in Norway. And I hope that this meeting will provide input for arguments, for making the political establishment see the importance of that. Let me close with some reflections about things we must remember, we scientists. I have 5 points. Our best scientists should be active in providing balanced scientific advice to government, to politicians, to decision makers. It's them that make the decision on the basis of whatever knowledge they have. Our responsibility is to provide them with the best possible knowledge base. And fortunately, as I see it in Norway, and I'm sure this is the same many other places, those that are formally giving advice are not necessarily the best scientists. Those in the Research Council are very often working as scientists there or science advisor there. They are very often those we did not appoint for position at the university. That's the first point. Science is an international enterprise. Science knows no borders. It should be exactly the same with science advising. It's important to develop a network where we can, just like we do in science, help each other how to best advise. That's why this meeting is very important. The third point, Sir Peter mentioned integration. What is troubling science today, and what is troubling many of the decisions being made, is that it's being fragmented. We scientists, we don't go to the same conferences, we don't read the same journals, we are living in our silos, only at cocktail parties, mentioning or reflecting on other disciplines. But in our daily life, we don't. It's exactly the same with the ministries. They are making decisions as if they were the only one. We need some integration. And a balanced science advisory position or body could do that job. My fourth point. We know that all science has uncertainties associated with us. As a matter of fact, we love this as scientists. Disagreement we like. But when this is communicated to the public, and when this is communicated to politicians, it is as if it's major disagreement. Whole fields are about to fall apart. Science is about to fall apart. We need bodies, we need people that can help the public, politician, and decision maker to deal with uncertainties. And I would claim that we as scientists, we have a very good background for doing this, because that's what we do in our daily life as scientists. My final point is that we, scientists, in a balanced way, should be very visible in media. The public read and see and watch. The politician and decision makers do the same. This is a very good way of communicating. But none of this can replace the importance of having a science advisory body, and I would prefer to have a science advisory person to provide balanced guidance of what we know that they don't know, but they ought to know guidance. Thank you very much.